Hello, 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 hello. I am live. I am live. I am live. Can y'all hear me? Is there an echo? Is my sound okay? You ready? You ready? Shout out to my mods for holding it down. We are live right now simultaneously on Facebook and YouTube. Hey, Mr. Eye Candy. Hey, Princess AG. What's up, friends? I see y'all in here. Hey, Miss Kiki. What's up to the mods for holding it down? You see these people in the green like Star and Toria and Leah. These are our channel sponsors. I see you, Alicia. I see you, friend. Okay, come on in. Yes, pink hearts in the chat for Mama Brown and anybody else who is a survivor of the big C word. I'm tired of saying it, but y'all know what I mean, honey. Come on in. We got a lot to talk about. It's been a few days since I've been here. Oh, child, it's been a few days. I started to go live earlier, but then I was like, I don't know. Let me get my beauty rest. Let me pop my plants, and I'm gonna go live at my regular time, honey. And then I'm a little bit late because I had to reset up all the computer stuff because I was in Tennessee, so I had to come back and rehook up my laptop and reset up my what you call it I'm trying to say, Lord, what's the name of it? Lord, I can't even think. The thing that I look at when I read that thing. Brain farts. Don't get old, people. Don't get old. Well, get old because it's the only alternative that you have. Okay, but I'm not old yet. I'm just a little bit seasoned. Okay, I've been doing this for a long time. Yes, Biggie is happy. He is. Yes, the teleprompter. Why couldn't I think of that? I don't know what had happened. I don't know. I'm sitting here looking at the speaker. I'm saying the TV thing, the thing that the words come up on over there. Yeah, that thing. Yeah. I had to rehook that up. I had to rehook my speakers up. But we here, okay? So we got a lot to talk about. And as y'all come in and get situated and get on your couch and get comfortable, I'm gotta play this very brief introduction for the newbies, okay?
Get ready, because you about to be an ATL.
Guess you're being a blogger.
More than a blogger.
Guess you're being a blogger. You are more than a blogger.
I am more.
Guess you're being a blogger.
All them is my son.
Okay, that shit scares you.
I am more than a blogger.
The blog goddess, the blog goddess, the blog goddess, the shell is here.
Yeah.
The blog goddess, the blog goddess, the blog goddess, the shell is here.
Yeah.
Say Autumn is her son.
Yes.
Autumn
It's her son. Yes.
Say Autumn
It's her son. Yes.
Say Autumn is her son.
Like for real.
The blog goddess, 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 the shell is here.
Yeah.
Autumn is her son.
Like for real.
Listen, I forgot to mention my Patreon members. Patreon, they got a first alert before I came in here, and I had to tell them since it's been a minute since I've been on Patreon and then an after dark. We will be doing an after dark immediately following this live. I know it's gonna be late, but that's okay. I'm a night owl, and y'all are night owls too. Some of y'all. And if you're not night owls, just watch the replay tomorrow. Okay, if you win the $5 and up tier. Shout out to Rochelle. She's been a member for 54 months. Shout out to Rochelle. I appreciate you, friend. But y'all, we got a lot to talk about. I have a whole lot on this agenda. Hopefully, I won't be as long-winded as I normally am because y'all know I talk a lot. I need to start setting timers on my phone like Kenya did on her confessional, okay? But this is what I got on this agenda. Y'all saw the listen, y'all saw the title, and y'all saw the damn thumbnail. Shannon Sharpe Shakedown. And then everybody's talking about Shannon Sharpe claiming he was shooken down. Okay, we're gonna talk about that. But I am, Real Housewives Central over here. People be like, is that all you talk about? And I'd be like, yes, it is. It is all I talk about. And thank you for for coming. Thank you for joining my TED Talk. Thank you for being a member of my squad. I've been talking about this for 20 years. I ain't gonna stop now, even though it's a little bit boring. But we're gonna talk about Real Housewives stuff. I got the ratings on here. I got Andy speaking about Kenya. I got what else I got? It was a blind item about Kenya. I got Brit on here. I got I'm taking Porsha off. I don't want to talk about Porsha. I got the did I say the ratings? Yeah, I got the ratings. Yeah, and then I got Tracee Ellis Ross on here. I don't know why I put her on here, but I just did. So, just to have a little something different. But I don't know where to start. Okay. You say it's so crazy that they asked me that. And that's the point. It's like they be all up in my comment section talking about all you talk about. All you talk about is Kandi. All you talk about is Nene. All you talk about is Kenya. They done named 15 names. That's all I talk about. But do you be over on them other bloggers saying that's all they talk about? I just want to know. Do y'all be over there saying all they talk about is this? At least you know where to come to. Just like if you going for hamburgers, you know to go to McDonald's. Okay. If you going for seafood, you know to go to the Crab Shack. If you want to go to talk about the housewives, you know to come here because you know my tea is legit. And 9 times out of 10, 9.9 times out of 10, my tea is gonna be legit. Okay, you can go back in all my archives. You can be like, Michelle said it first, even though you heard it on XYZ channel. Michelle said it 2 weeks before they did. Okay, I'm just saying, no shade to any other content creators, no shade to them, because a lot of them don't be wanting to, cite me as a source, even though I know they had got it from me. Okay, but then they cite where I said I had got it from, but that's okay. That's okay. I mean, it is what it is. I know the game, the game, recognized game. But I'm digressing. Let me say hey to my squad. You said it's paying the bills and helping me live a soft like. Tell them again. Tell them again. I was sitting around all day long trying to pot some plants and didn't even pot not one of them. Just looked at the pot. I just looking at the pot like, damn, I don't want to get my hands dirty. But I did get my nails done. I got my nails done and my toes done. They little bitty. Okay. I don't like long nails because I be doing stuff. Okay. But yeah, I got my toes done and stuff. You said, I know what's in that summer Friday jet lag cream, but it works on the what is you talking about, chat? I don't know what that had meant. I don't know what they had meant. Michelle, why are they here if they don't want your tea? I don't know why they be mad at me for knowing all the tea. But since I know all the tea, let me talk about that first. Since that's my forte. Well, let's just dive into that first, okay? And even though a lot of them ain't even diving in no more, everybody talking about it, but nobody watching it, okay? Allegedly, because according to the ratings, child. The ratings is the lowest they have ever been ever. This is a series low. Okay. Y'all know I originated talking about the ratings. I know people be mad at me when I say that, when I toot my own horn, but I'm gonna toot it. Okay. I've been doing this since 2007. Where were them people at in 2007? I don't care if they got more subscribers than me. I've been doing it. Okay. I've been living it and I've been making my cheddar from doing it. Okay. They got 500,000 viewers. 500,000 viewers last week. And everybody's like, well, what had happened? How did they lose 70? How many did they lose? I don't even know. What was it the week before? Who knows? It was low then too. But how did they lose all these people to be a series low? I mean, this is the lowest live viewership ever in the 16 season history of the show. Now, Marcus just said it was Easter Sunday. So you telling me people was at church at 8 p.m. Sunday night? That's where everybody was at. They were still at church. They were still eating. What was they doing that they couldn't watch TV? I don't know. But yeah, everybody got an excuse, child. Everybody got an excuse. The Team 12 said it was because Kenya wasn't there. Everybody else said it was because Easter. Dustin, somebody up under here said that it's in the top 3 on Peacock. But who cares if it's in the top 3 on Peacock? Peacock is not Bravo, even though it's under the same umbrella. Okay, it's not the same. The live viewership counts, and I keep telling y'all that nobody wants to believe me, but people be listening because everybody's still watching the views. Okay, everybody's still making excuses. Somebody said it's funny how many people saying these ratings are good when they was calling 800,000 viewers the Titanic. Y'all said Porsha was the missing piece and she's back and the ratings have gone lower. Oh, no, they not. They blaming Porsha too, child. This person talking about some Kenya. I was looking forward to the Porsha and Kenya dynamic, but the love and hip hop type vibe that they brought with the new cast members was a bitter pill. Once Kenya was gone, that killed all the enthusiasm for me. Child, anyway, it is what it is. 500,000 is low. Okay. I feel personally, and I tell y'all the news thing, I keep telling y'all personally, I care about a lot of storylines because don't nobody know them. Nobody's really invested in Kelly's divorce. Nobody's really invested in Kelly being sued. Nobody's really invested in Angela insurance license. Nobody's really invested right now, but maybe they will be next season. So like right now, it's like a little reset. It's a reboot. Remember, they're bringing new people in, so you get to learn them and you get to know them, and we grow together. Like the first season of the Housewives, I mean, but at least the first season there was a little bit of chemistry. In this season, I don't know. You said you thought Shamia would increase the numbers. I didn't say Shamia would increase the numbers. I said Shamia deserves to be there. I said Shamia is the best part of the show. I said Shamia is legitimately Atlanta, and she is an Atlanta housewife. Shamia can't do it by herself. Okay, what is Porsha doing? She getting paid the most money. Shouldn't she be working the hardest? What is she doing over there? Okay. She said Real Housewives gives love and hip hop. Oh, y'all getting on my nerves saying that over and over again. I don't. What is love and hip hop doing? It is not giving love and hip hop. Um, it was lagging for a minute. Refresh, child. I don't know. My Wi-Fi is messing up my audio. Oh no, is it fine now? Press one if y'all can hear me. You said Portia can't carry no show. If she could, she would have her own show. Ooh, she got her own show now on YouTube with everybody else. Listen, Portia's YouTube channel is better than anything she did this whole season. Y'all know she was trending on Twitter for being a glorified friend of the show. Even though she's allegedly getting paid more, she's doing the least. Okay. And like I always say, work smarter, not harder. So I mean, I'm with Porsha. If I didn't have to work and y'all still gonna cut me a check, I'm gonna go to work every day. That's what I used to do at the lottery. I ain't have to work that hard, but I was still getting a check, honey. And then as far as like staying in the house, if I ain't gotta pay no mortgage, no bills, no insurance, no taxes, I'm gonna stay there as long as I can. Simon is allegedly still detained. No, even if nobody's paying the bills right now, she ain't getting foreclosed on, not yet anyway. It's gonna be at least I sounded low. Hold on. Let me fix it. This thing is on. Hold on. Oh, you know what it's doing? It's switching between. Okay, no, it say it's on. Microphone. Check. Let me see. Hello. Can you hear me now? Let me know. It's okay now. Okay, thank you, Princess AG. You said Portia ain't the only one on the show. No, Portia is not the only show. We got Drew and her boring ass divorce, and Ralph in the basement, and then them talking about that they unsealed the records, and people like we was on Discord the other night, and who was it? Miss Kiki said, they unsealed the divorce records, and I'm like, they recorded that last summer, so technically they unsealed it last summer. Clearly, nobody cared to look them up. Nobody cares. Okay, so whether they sealed or unsealed, like that Ralph and Drew stuff, we not even buying it. The chemistry, all of that is just a mess. I feel like Portia, Drew, and Dennis, and possibly even Ralph are all in on it because Portia's storyline with the shit after she did what she did with Simon. So I don't know. Maybe they'll do better the longer it moves along. But listen, honestly, truly, in a moment of transparency, I didn't even watch this episode. I tried to watch it. I fell asleep on it. Then I tried to watch it when I was on my way home, and it was playing. And it is what it is. It didn't give me like must see TV, but I'm still hopeful that they will come back. You said, why is Drew in that house with the man downstairs? I don't know, child. I keep forgetting Drew is on the show. Oh. You said just give them this season. I guess. Well, what if Phaedra come back? Will she make it better? I don't think so. I don't know what Phaedra gonna do. You said, turn it off, Michelle. Is there a gun to your head? Is there a gun to your head, Anthony, when you go to work every day? Did somebody put that gun in your head when you start adding and subtracting them damn hamburgers you be ringing up at McDonald's? Like, let me know. Is there a gun to your head when you got to pay your bills? I'm just saying. No, it's not a gun to my head, but this is my job. I take my job seriously. So yeah, I'm gonna keep talking about it, whether I like it or love it. Okay. I love y'all. The show is in the trash. No one cares about Portia's luring mouth. What? And her big butt shit. Ooh, child, y'all is so mean. They going to detain Simon until the season is over. He will come out and destroy ratings with his truth. Look, truth be told, Simon probably would have made the ratings a lot better. Did I freeze? Truth be told, it looked like my Wi-Fi is messing up a little bit. You know, it was raining in Georgia a little while ago. I don't know what's going on. I see the little thing just went down, so I did freeze a little bit. But truth be told, I think that Simon would have made the ratings better. Okay, I think that him talking, him threatening, him saying that he was going to review every episode would have given it a little push. Okay, I think that Charles Oakley sitting up there with Peter Thomas. You know, Charles Oakley was with Peter Thomas up at his Bar One Society restaurant this past Sunday, watching the show. I think they should have went live. That would have gave it a little boost. That would have gave it a little something. But I don't know. You said Porsha messed up filing for divorce when she did. Well, we're gonna leave Porsha alone because she over there, she is prospering on her YouTube channel. Bravo, whoever the producers are helping her produce her segments. She got good cameras, good sound, good editors over there on her YouTube channel. She got verified before even Kenya got verified on her YouTube channel, even though Kenya got more subscribers now and got more views, with that one confessional. But I told you I be peeping game because Bravo, NBC, or somebody is behind that. Like I told y'all before, it's probably all rolled into Portia's little 360 deal. But I'm digressing. Moving on, like this video. Now, speaking of Brit was actually on Instagram the other day, and she dropped a little note. And I was like, oh, Brit, is that how you feel? And so Brit said, and I quote, adult bullying is real. Hold on, let me show it to y'all so y'all won't think I'm lying. I have to pull up the receipt. Brit has said that she feels like she's being bullied some kind of way, and I'm kind of with Brit because I told y'all this the other day. Brit said adult bullying is real and it's insidious. It looks like false rumors carefully crafted to erode reputations. It's turning allies into strangers by manipulating the narrative. It's public humiliation, strategic exclusion, calculated mockery, and the kind of silence that screams. It's withholding information to ensure failure. It's passive aggression dressed as professionalism. It's not playground drama. It's psychological warfare in adult clothing. And it's time we stop excusing it and started naming it. Listen. I'm with Brit. I've been bullied online, and people be like, "Oh, it's no such thing as bully. It's no such thing." I've been bullied for speaking, my mind, for telling the truth about people, and people come on and they lie on me, and then they band together. They get on conference calls and go, to channel, dragging me and creating a narrative. And that's the same thing they doing to Brit right now. Team Twirl, they on their conference calls, they be on their Zoom meetings, and then they come back and the same people regurgitate the same thing on all the websites up under the blogs. It's like an echo chamber. And you wonder, how is it that so many people can excuse somebody posting revenge PRN, alleged revenge PRN? If you don't want to call it revenge porn, like, how is it that you could be okay with somebody posting explicit images of a coworker? Like, there is no way that anyone with any sense of morality could think that that's okay. So yes, I don't know Brit from a can of paint, okay, but I agree with her on that because somebody trying to intentionally humiliate you in front of a room full of strangers, somebody doing those things deserve the punishment that they got, and that's what Kenya did. And then you got people saying, well, was she underage? I mean, technically, she wasn't underage because, if she was 19, she wasn't really a teenager, but 19 is a teenager. When y'all talk about Shannon Sharpe, 19 is a teenager. When it's a white girl, 19 is a teenager. But when it's Brit, 19 is grown. She was grown. She was doing, she was a webcam girl at 18, 19. I mean, she wasn't underage. That's still a teenager. Is it not? When y'all talk about Caucasians, girl, I mean, it's the double sense for me. So y'all get together. It was wrong, and she's paying the price for it right now. I don't see her coming back. I don't at all. Now, speaking of Kenya not coming back, boss man Andy Cohen, he called the paparazzi, honey. Andy Cohen called the paparazzi, and he wanted everybody to know how he felt about Kenya. Now, he may have played a little bit. Hold on, it's got a little ad on it. He may have played a little bit with y'all, but yeah, he called TMZ, and TMZ was waiting for him to come out the building, and they asked him a specific question. They didn't ask him about anybody else but Kenya Moore. That I found really odd, because there are more people on the network than Kenya Moore. So here it is on TMZ. Okay. We're gonna listen to it. Y'all know the drill. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. What are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? We are researching. Okay, it's a shame. I know that by heart now. It is a shame. Okay, thank y'all. Y'all know we researching. Shout out to Princess and Anita and Christine and Jay and Kendra and Zelene. I see y'all. Okay, so let's see what Andy said.
To ask you now, listen. Kenya said she was invited and then uninvited to the reunion. How true is this?
Now, out of all the people on the network, why is it that as soon as he walk out the door, they ask about Kenya Moore? Honey, Andy called them people and he got his pretty flowers. Look at this.
To watch her whole, I haven't watched her post yet.
Okay.
But
Andy's like, I don't watch YouTube. Andy being shady. I haven't watched her. And see, he could have said YouTube and directed people to where Kenya is, but he chose not to. That was strategic.
But is that true? Is that part true?
We'll talk about it.
Oh,
look, Andy is playing coy. He looking around like, we'll talk about it. When you gonna talk about it, Andy? You leave and you about to get into the truck.
My goodness, Andy. Well, okay. Well, is she coming back? Fans want her back. So what's the deal?
I love her. Listen,
now Andy did not love Kenya. Andy does not love Kenya. Talk about I love her. Yes, it was a whole setup.
There is so much more of this season left, and it is so good. Phaedra comes on in like 5.
Look. That's how they do. You see how Andy did that? He was like, we ain't talking about Kenya no more. Phaedra is coming back. We got other things going on this season. Y'all need to tune into the season because Kenya ain't there no more. Why is we talking about her? She ain't there. He pulled a Nene. Like, who? I don't know her.
Weeks. It is a jam, and you are going to love it. And so right now, I'm kind of focusing on the rest of the season.
So not Kenya.
What?
So you
And she, the interviewer was a little shady. Andy said, I'm focusing on the rest of the season. She said, and not Kenya. I really do.
What?
So you're not focusing on Kenya, but just coming back
on the show.
Okay, so when you watch,
he said, I'm focusing on the rest of the show. She said, and not Kenya. He was like, what? She's like, and you're not focusing on Kenya. He was like, I'm focusing on the rest of the show. Okay, the rest of the show, if you can read through the lines, does not include Kenya.
That confessional, let us know.
Okay.
Well, it looks like you were trying to say that she was invited and then uninvited.
That's what it looks like I was trying to say.
Kind.
Andy Cohen is the shadiest queen. I just want y'all to know he is the shadiest queen. Y'all already know listen, you know how dirty they play over there, and Andy is playing dirty. He looking like, is that what I said? You caught that? He said, did you clock that T? That's
I'm
what
trying to say that she was invited and then uninvited.
That's what it looks like I was trying to say.
Kinda. You were like,
I don't know.
Just trying to.
He said, just like he sat beside them two co-hosts while they was accusing Kenya of sexual harassment for posting them explicit pictures at her spa opening, and he did not deny it. Okay, this is just what he's doing right here. He ain't denying it.
I'll tell you that much.
Hold on, let me go back. Oops. Oh Lord, who is that lady? I forgot. Lord, I done messed up. But yeah, Andy basically told y'all without telling y'all that they done with Kenya, child. He was like, I ain't even watching that. It ain't even no point of watching that. Kenya is no longer on the show. We're moving on. We got better things to do. Phaedra is coming back. Let's talk about something else. And then the crazy thing is, it's so much other stuff going on that network, and for them to like specifically only ask one question while he was walking out there is given. Andy called them. And this is what it was. Hold on, watch this last part again, because I live for this last part right here.
What it looks like I was trying to say.
Kinda. You were like,
I don't know.
Just trying to.
I'll tell you that much.
He said, I love you. I love her. I'll tell you that much. Okay, Andy, you love her. You love her not being on the show. He's in love with Kenya for no longer being there. That's what I got from that. Anyway, moving on. Like this video. Somebody said Brit is right. The Kenya, Kandi, and Claudia exes have done a job on her. Listen, I told y'all that's what they doing. You got colorist Claudia over there calling Brit HORE, WHORE, even though they had said colorist Claudia. Clit left the building. You got Kandi over there taking up you even got Shamia in them. It's just a mess, child. I believe Brit. I believe that it's a concerted effort to bully her, because at the end of the day, the network is on Brit's side. So because the network is on Brit's side, everybody else is against her. That's what I'm getting from it. Y'all can think something else. And the fact of it was wrong. Like, I played this clip. Played this clip. It was a old clip, actually, of one of the reunions on my Instagram earlier, and I was like reminiscing about how things used to be back in the day. And y'all remember when Phaedra had met with Nene's half sisters behind her back, and Nene was like, "You low down and dirty, or you never win when you play dirty." And it's a lot of things we have done over the years, but we have I would never do anything dirty like that. And so it was interesting to see that, because it kind of fit this mold of what was going on today, because it's like you don't go behind people's back and do certain things like that. You don't try to destroy people, and that's what some people try to do. And again, no shade to Phaedra, because she back now, but that's how they felt like she tried to do with Kandi. She tried to destroy her. Like, it's all fun shade. They go out, they argue, they make up, and then they move on. But the things that some people try to do on this show, they act like it's Survivor. They act like, they can't work amongst each other when someone else is making more or getting more shine with them. They form alliances and try to like boot them off the show. It's just a mess. So hold on, let me see. Here it is right here. And I even put the let me put it right here. Like this video as y'all getting here. We doing a little flashback real quick. Hold on, let me go back and back. Hold on.
We all work on this show together. I'm not trying to take anybody out. And I ain't got to like you, but I ain't gonna go sit and try to be dirty and bring up your past.
Now you see that? This is what I was thinking about when I saw this. I ain't gotta like you, but I ain't gotta be dirty and try to dig up your past, which is what Kenya did to Brit. Why were you digging up her past? The girl just got here. You ain't gotta do that. And I had heard from somebody else who had auditioned for the show that Kenya was digging up their past too, was digging up where they had lived at, all kind of stuff. She didn't make the cut though, but there's that. Hold on, listen.
As you do have a past. Everybody sitting up here has a past.
That's what, look at Kenya's face right there. First, she was agreeing right there, but she went and she did the same thing to Brit, okay? Everybody has a past. That's what even Kelly said. A lot of y'all done been hoes back in the day. Don't even act.
Never sit here and do no bullshit like that. And you were wrong. Now, we got past it. The Lord says to forgive, and I forgive you, but I will never forget that you did that to me.
Okay, y'all remember this? Okay, I'm just saying, you never win when you play dirty, can you?
Was your intent in hanging out with Nene's half sisters
First of all, I wasn't
to bring her
hanging
ill?
out with them.
I love going back in the archives.
I did know them. They asked
That
me.
is not true.
That
But go
is true.
on,
Do you want to get them on the phone?
Well, go on. You
We
can get them on. I can call them quicker than you can.
Okay,
Now, so
then.
don't get it twisted now. Now,
Okay.
just because we haven't had a relationship, do you not think they don't want a relationship with me, honey?
Again.
Trying to be low down and dirty. But see, you never can win when you're dirty, honey. You never can win.
You never can win when you're dirty, honey. You never can win, honey. You said they have plenty of skeletons in their closet. Okay, that's why Nene stands out from these women and does. Am I freezing again, y'all? Is my Wi-Fi messing up? Because I see I got one bar again. I don't know what's going on. I'm literally connected to the extranet, internet. What do you call it? To the wall. So it shouldn't be doing that. I don't know why it's doing that, but I think I should be back now. Okay, I'm back. My Wi-Fi is ghetto. It is today, honey. It is today because it was raining, y'all. It's a storm. Thank you, Kendra. The people in Atlanta know I came on here, but I'm back. I should be back because the little lines went away. Okay, thank you. You said not freezing, but the camera gets blurry a little. Okay, but it should be fine now. Okay, good. So yeah, I just brought that up to kind of compare notes to, back then to today, until how, digging up somebody's past and doing all that stuff is a little shady, it's a little shaky. And I can see why, Porsha was ready to go and ready to, snatching off her mic because she was like, oh, if you digging up past, honey, if you digging up when people was 19, okay, if you calling 19, 18 years old grown, let me step off because that could be me. Okay. But moving on, like this video. Okay, I'm trying to get through these topics so I can get to the main event. Next up, honey. Next up. Oh, I had this blind item too. That somebody had tagged me in on Crazy Days and Nights. Okay. First, they were saying that, whoever this housewife is, it was a blind item. Now it's been revealed on Crazy Days and Nights. They said the fired housewife could have gotten a second chance. Now, not only will there be no housewives, there won't be any of the other big reality shows. And the answer is Kenya Moore. Okay. The answer is Kenya Moore. I told y'all Kenya Moore was fired. Okay. I told y'all too that I probably told my Patreon this, that Kenya was offered traders. But now I don't think that, they snatching back a lot of the stuff. Just like she said, she was disinvited from the reunion from season 16. She was disinvited from a lot of things, child. Just like, y'all say they did that to Nene. Remember, Nene had them Peacock shows in the works, and next thing you know, nobody saw them, nobody heard of it. That's the same thing that's happening to Kenya. But there's that. Moving on, like this video. Now, speaking of Nene Leakes, Nene responded to a bunch of your criticism of a lot of things that y'all were saying about her Nene Leakes show. And for the record, episode 3 of the Nene Leakes show dropped today, and it was featuring Pinky Cole. She is an entrepreneur in Atlanta. I don't think she's from Atlanta, but she's an Atlantean. Okay, she's been here for a while. She started Slutty Vegan and a couple of other girl bosses on her show this week, so y'all should go check it out. Now, it's not as messy as y'all would like, but it is a good show and you should watch it. Now, Nene actually did a review of her own show on YouTube, and she talked about, like, some of the things that y'all had said, some of the criticisms that y'all had done. And she was basically saying, look, I hear you guys. I hear you, I see you, a lot of you have said, I should do this, I should do that, I should do more research. But Nene has, explanation. We're gonna listen to a few of it. Hold on, come on in and like this video. people were even saying in the comments, I be reading the comments, that this audio wasn't good either. But I was like, she don't have a team, she don't have a network behind her like Porsha Williams to mic her up while she's sitting at home. So, she was sitting out on her balcony, okay, in Buckhead somewhere, wherever she lives, honey. And you can see the beautiful skyline. She's up there looking down amongst the peasants. That's what people used to say about me when I used to sit in my penthouse. But she up in her penthouse looking at everybody, and you heard the noise and the traffic and the breeze and all of that, but you can still hear her. So I mean, all of the critics out there, let's see you do better. Anyway, let's listen to what Nene had to say. And y'all know the drill. Copyright disclaimer under section 107. Nene is addressing some questions. Let's see.
Minute since we sat and had the life of Nene. So each and every week, I am going to try and do a review of each episode from the Nene Leakes show.
Okay,
God,
we got that.
Only God that has me where I am just like, listen, I'm not going to even say nothing. I'm not going to even respond like that, okay? But yeah, growth is a beautiful thing. So I just want to go over some of the comments that I received. One of the things that I received a few times from people were, Nene, you need to know your guests before you interview them. On the Nene Leakes show, for the guests that I do not know, I want to get to know them. So I don't want to dig into their background or their history. And so Latasha Scott was my.
Oh, y'all drag Latasha Scott. I was looking at them comments. Why is y'all dragging Latasha Scott? Like, my thing is, some of y'all take Latasha's story and her sister's story so personally that you believe one side without believing the other. And for me personally, I believe that there was some fraudulent stuff going on Tamika's side. Okay, I believe that Kandi orchestrated a whole smear campaign. That's what I believe, and I've said that over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Okay, and so now finally Latasha got an opportunity to tell her side of the story. She hadn't said nothing in the past 2 years or so. She hadn't been on several interviews, but Tamika had. Okay, but now she's telling her story, and y'all is mad. I don't understand, but here's what Nene said.
I interview that we're going to talk about today on the Nene Leakes show. I did not know Latasha. I met her once at a Housewives filming. So when we asked Latasha to come over to the Nene Leakes show, I wanted Latasha to be able to tell her story.
Now, what's wrong with Latasha telling her story? Y'all explain that to me. Y'all want people to hold their feet to the fire on behalf of Tamika, but for all you know, Tamika is lying. So let Latasha tell her story the way she want to tell it, in my opinion.
Whatever that looks like, tell your story. I knew very little. One of the things that some of you guys do not know about me is I do not watch TV. If I speak on most things, clips or anything, it's something that I've seen, a 30-second clip that comes down social media. I do not watch TV at all. So let's be very clear about that. I don't even know the name of TV shows. And the crazy.
Oh, no, I'm gonna fast forward because I don't want to watch the whole thing, but y'all can watch it. I just wanted to address a few of the questions. She said she don't watch television shows, so it's a lot of things that she didn't know. She also addressed a lot of the people saying that she mentioned one son without the other. Hold on, let me fast forward.
Tasha, I wanted to get to know her. I knew that there was an issue with her husband. I knew there was an issue with Escape. I knew there was an issue with her sister. I wanted her to tell me about the situation. I didn't know things like she was a mom, but I didn't think that there was anything wrong with that because I don't know her. I wanted her to tell me about her life. Hey, I started when I was 11 years old and I was in the church. I met these girls in school. I met my husband. I'm a mom. Like, these are the kind of things that I wanted to know because I did not know her. So I don't feel like I needed to be like over prepared for the interview because to me it would also seem a little bit produced, and I don't want to do anything that's produced.
So what's wrong with that? I don't understand what the problem is. Y'all want everybody to be Oprah. Y'all want everybody to be Wendy Williams. Y'all want everybody to be Shannon Sharpe. Oops. Oh no. Never mind. Hold on.
And I really did want the viewers to get to know her. I did have the basic questions, but for whatever reason, I didn't have that she was a mom on my cards. So there's a lot of different people out here interviewing, and everybody have different interview styles.
Somebody said Tamika hadn't been on a lot of interviews. Tamika was on Kandi's channel. Tamika was on a podcast. Tamika was on her own channel. Where was Latasha? Latasha didn't have a YouTube channel. Latasha didn't go on Kandi's channel. Latasha didn't do any of that. So yeah, Tamika did. And Latasha did.
And my style of interviewing is real. I
Again.
I also got comments about reading from the card. Well, where else am I going to read from? Okay, there are things that you just have to have on cards. Like every person that interviews have cards. Um, so I have some comments and some questions and things written on the cards that I can say, but in general, I would prefer to not even hold cards because it really keeps me from being my real authentic self. So I'm okay with anybody coming on the Nene Leakes show and I'm not being fully prepared or fully not prepared, I would say. I don't fully know them in the way that maybe some of you might know them. I also saw a comment where somebody said that I spoke on one son or one grandchild and didn't speak on the other. Okay, listen, let's be very clear about when it comes to my grandbabies and my sons. Everybody know I'm a boy mom. I have two sons. Uh, love them the same. There's no difference in them. One is older than the other. One is at home. One is
Why y'all saying she explaining? She answering y'all's questions. I mean, isn't that what explaining is? What would y'all prefer she do? If she answering your questions, would you just prefer her to say, F y'all, I'm doing my show and move on?
not at home. Okay, both have children. My youngest have one child. So when Latasha said to me that her son was 27, I said my son is 25. So I was only saying that because they were in the same age group. It doesn't have anything to do.
Somebody said I'm supposed to be her homegirl, help her. Well, listen, if I'm hired, I will. But I mean, I offer my expertise to a lot of people. But listen, I don't want a job. I don't want a job. Nene got a whole team over there.
Oh, you didn't mention the other son in the same breath that you mentioned, the younger son. I don't have to speak on my children. In fact, my children are not even interested in the entertainment industry. Me speaking on my
I mean, why not? I mean, she's reviewing her show and she has the Life of Nene and she has the Nene Leakes show. Why not address the comments? Y'all got enough of them.
children or my grandbabies, first of all, these kids have their own mothers. So I'm not in control of these.
Somebody said, but you are her friend. Hell, my lawyer is my friend too, but he don't do work for free. Are you kidding me? This is my profession. This is my job.
Their mothers are the ones that are in control. They had them. Let's be very clear. So I make it clear to anybody that any of my grandbabies' mom. I'm a young mom, my own self. I had my kids in my early 20s. Um, I work. I am a provider. I'm not a babysitter.
Think I had told y'all before. I keep telling y'all over and over and over and over again. And Nene even told y'all in an Instagram live that, Sierra and her schedules didn't line up. Okay. And from my understanding, I spilled this tea. The first episode really was she was really supposed to be there filming me and my homegirl, and Sierra didn't show up. Okay. And so it ended up being her and her friends. She called Carlos, she called me, and she did the first episode. And the first episode was such a hit, she decided to invest in, more, and the rest is history.
I'll help whenever I can help. But these are choices that they made, the same way I made a choice to be a mom at 21 years old. Okay. And I had to do whatever it is that I have to do. I love all of my grandbabies. I love my sons. There's no one has anything over the other. Okay. The mother.
So she's telling y'all constantly beating her up about talking about Brit and not talking about Bryson. Well, apparently she had a reason. Latasha talked about her son who was the same age as Brent, and she just compared the two. That's it. That's all. What is the big deal?
Others are in control. I don't have a full say so. These children are minors, so it's not like I can just do whatever I want to do when it comes down to these kids. And besides, we have to worry about these children's safety, okay, more than anything else, okay? So I love them all, and trust and believe, I take care of quite a few, okay? Me, myself, and I gave birth to none of them, okay? But I love them all.
So basically, she's saying her kids, her glam kids, all of them are pretty much off limits. She was just referencing them for context, and y'all don't have to like constantly be like, "Why you not talking about this person? Why you not talking?" She's not on a reality show. This is a talk show, and so if she's talking to a guest about whatever, and they're relating to it, I don't see what the problem was. Now let me skip on.
You might see my kid, or you may see one of my glam babies on set, or even over on the Nene Leakes show here and there. I don't know. You guys will just have to wait. I was asked to do the Nene Leakes show over and over and over again by my fans and followers, and I want to just be able to do the show and and you guys enjoy it. I don't want any of my guests to come on the show and feel like it's a got you moment, because that's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to do a great show where people are able to come over and tell their stories. Okay, so I did.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't understand what the problem is. A lot of platforms are like that. Hell, who was it that had a show where they didn't really press people too hard? I think it was like Red Table Talk. Like people used to come to Jada Pinkett's Red Table Talk just to say they side of the story, and she didn't press the negative stuff. She just, let's hear what you gotta say, cry it out, and move on. Okay.
Did get comments about how the show looked, how the show sound, how was my makeup. Okay, again, we are new. Everything you guys see, I see. I got two big old eyes. I watch everything. I know when my hair's out of place. I know when the makeup artist didn't do their thing, or the makeup didn't they didn't do great TV makeup. I know when the sound is off. I know when the producers should step in. Like, I get it. But again, we are new, and
Yeah, she said she was gonna do this after every episode. So I guess if y'all leave all y'all comments instead of her being in the comment section, she gonna do a video. And look, it's more content, more money for her. If she wanna address y'all, if that's the way she chooses to engage, that is what it is.
we are working on a lot of different things to try to be as great as we can and as good as we can for you guys. Now, I'm not saying all this stuff to say that I do not want you guys' comments. I want your comments. I want your questions. All of this stuff is going to help us to grow and be better. But I also want to ask for you guys to be patient with us and work with us. People are sending lists of people I should interview. We have interviewed a
You know what? It's not Kandi that's gonna copy her. It's Colorist Claudia. Let's not forget Colorist Claudia, Al and Junkie Dineva stole her concept, the read session. Let's not forget now. And then she's still running with it. So if anybody gonna steal it, it's gonna try to be Colorist Claudia. And then Colorist Claudia can't hold anybody's attention by herself to save her life. Three people be watching her. So she gonna always need, to run to the gays to get, a click and a view.
lot of people. You guys just haven't seen them yet. But we will be dropping the interviews every Wednesday. Okay. So just know that we are doing everything.
You know what, Raven? I told her that, but she said she liked reading the comments, child. She liked reading the emails. Y'all can, email her at booknene@gmail.com. Tell her tell her what scrutinize the show, give her your critique, all of that. She like it.
That we could possibly do to give you guys the best that we could possibly give you. I know many of you asked if I would review the Real Housewives of Atlanta episodes every week. I will not. Okay. I will not. You can just stop asking me that. I will not review the Housewives episode.
There you go. Y'all keep asking me. Now y'all keep asking her. And now she has finally told y'all she will not be reviewing the Real Housewives of Atlanta every week. Okay. She's not going to do it. She's no longer on the show. Why give them the free press? They ain't paying her. If she wants to talk about it, if she wants to talk about her history, I'm sure she will. But she's not going to sit there and review this new low ratings season 16. She said she ain't going to do it.
So every single week. I might comment a little bit here and there, but that is not the goal of the Nene Leakes show for me to. You guys got enough people out there reviewing the Real Housewives of Atlanta episode.
Thank you. Don't take my job. Don't take our job. Let us review the show, Nene. We know you are an icon. We know the Real Housewives of Atlanta is the house that you built. Leave it to the bloggers.
So, there's no I'm not interested in reviewing the Housewives of Atlanta episode. Why I said it once, twice, 10,000 times. I'll say it again. I wish them all the best, and I hope they have a great, prosperous season. I was also asked if I have any issues with any bloggers or content creators. I have no issues. If there's any content creator or any blogger that is saying that they have an issue with me or I have an issue with them, they are lying. I have no issues with no blogger, no content creator. And guess what else? I have no issue with no one, okay, at this time in my life. On the Real Housewives, the old housewives, the ones that's coming in soon, I have no issue with them, okay? I may not see eye to eye with maybe one or two, but I don't have an issue, okay, with no one at all. So if anybody tells you that, that is a lie. I have no issues, okay? Yes,
all right,
we
no
may not
issues.
be on the same page sometimes, but I'm not holding any grudges. As far as the bloggers are
And y'all basically talking, y'all brought Kandi up, and she kind of did address it. She didn't mention Kandi, but she said no bloggers or anyone. So I guess that would include Kandi, Kenya, Kim, or whoever else. But again, the Housewives is built on fun shade. She threw fun shade. She reposted the video of Kenya basically saying when the network is done with you, they're done with you. So I mean, it is what it is. It's fun shade.
concerned, we do a segment on the Nene Leakes show called All Things Tea, where we invite bloggers, uh, content creators that are reporting industry entertainment news to come over to our show and report. Uh, so we have so many of them that already have, and so many of them are emailing to come on the show and um, lead the All Things Tea um, episodes that we do. So every single episode will not have All Things Tea in it, but we always try to bring it to you at least a couple times a month. We are not just here to interview celebrities or public figures. We are interviewing a lot of people, and you will see as you continue to watch and support the Nene Leakes show. I want to personally thank you guys.
So there you have it. Go watch the full video over on the Nene Leakes show. It's called The Life of Nene. She may have be posting another one next about this third episode. It's my understanding she'll be posting one after every episode after y'all comment and critique and do all of that, and that's her way of throwing her little fun shade, child. But anyway, like this video, like this video, like this video. Now. Oh, it was one more thing I want to talk about before I move on to Shannon Sharpe. Oh, I didn't realize I've been on this long, but that's okay. Tracee Ellis Ross was on Michelle Obama's podcast, which a lot of people not watching for some reason. I don't understand why nobody's watching the Michelle Obama podcast. And she made a comment about how she now dates younger because a lot of older guys are so toxic. Okay. And so let's hear what the little quote that Tracee Ellis said. Hold on, y'all know the drill. Copyright disclaimer, blah, 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 blah.
That often I date younger men. And a lot of it is because
Let's stop on that, folks.
Oh my God, we had a
We love us some Michelle Obama, honey. She's always trending. Why y'all ain't watching Michelle Obama's podcast? That's the question.
great dinner. We had a great dinner, by the way, where across the table, your husband goes, "But why?" And I said, "Well, maybe because I can."
Yes. Preach.
I mean, it's nothing wrong with dating younger, but I have an issue with dating young. There's a difference. And so she didn't specify that. She didn't say she was dating 19, 18, 17-year-olds like Shannon Sharpe. She said she dated younger. So if she's 52, she might be dating men that are 45 or 40. Like, at the end of the day, I don't see nothing wrong with it. Men do it. What's the problem?
This is what I'm saying. Tales from Tracee's.
It's fun. It's very fun to share.
Tracee tale.
But
you date a younger
I'm sorry.
woman.
But one of the
Younger man.
reasons, though, that because I had to ask myself that question, I was like, "What is this about?"
Yeah.
Because I want a partner, and so often, and it's not just that I'm older. I'm also very embodied. I am a full, very whole person who knows my.
And it sure ain't nothing wrong with that. I know a lot of people on here be trying to drag me, talking, you ain't got no man, you ain't got no baby, you ain't got no this, you ain't got no that. It's a lot of things that I don't got, but it's a lot of things I do have too. And one of them is peace, peace of mind and stability. So I mean, y'all be acting like having a man is everything, child. Anyway, let's move on. Hold on, let me finish listening.
Myself, who is in charge of my life and who lives a very full, just robust life. So it's not just age, it's like life experience and sort of a difference. But I had to ask myself the question, why? Why does this keep sort of coming up other than they're hot and gorgeous?
There's that.
There's that. But a lot of men my age are steeped in a toxic masculinity.
Oh, not toxic masculinity. Okay, come through.
And have been raised in a culture where there is a particular way that a relationship looks. And anything that starts to smell of that for me, I did enough of it where I was controlled and felt like I was a possession or whatever those things were, or pride.
We've all been there.
I have no interest in it, and I will not do it again. I mean,
and I don't see nothing wrong with what she said. Nothing at all wrong with what she said. And the thing is, there's so many people who love to police single women. It's so many people who feel like a woman's value has to be tied to a man. A man has to be centered in, in women's spaces. Like, I don't understand what's the issue. Like, she's a productive member of society. She ain't begging for no money. She ain't on here doing, like, I don't understand. She got her own houses, cars, money, fashions, whatever. It is what it is. So why is it always that when a woman is single and of a certain age, that there are so many people who try to, downgrade her life and say that she's not worthy of living because she doesn't have a husband? She ain't got no man. She can't keep no man. What's wrong with her? She ain't got no man. So anyway, I'm digressing. Speaking of somebody who was trying to denigrate Tracee Ellis Ross, we have Corey Holcomb, and Corey Holcomb decided that he would speak out about her dating younger men and basically tried to demean her. It sounded like a woman hating man to me, but hold on. This is y'all show. I'm gonna listen to it, even though I really don't want to. Hold on, where is it? Bam. Corey Holcomb, Instagram. Here it is. Y'all know the drill. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act. I don't even know if I want to see him. Do I want to see him? Put him in the back, child. But here, this is it's on site. Corey Holcomb criticizes Tracee Ellis Ross after admitting she dates younger men, and he says your best years are gone. In a recent episode of the 5150 show, comedian Corey Holcomb took aim at Tracee Ellis Ross following her remarks about dating younger men. Holcomb criticized Ross, suggesting that her best years are gone and implying that her preferences for younger partners stems from a desire to avoid accountability. He further commented that younger men might be attracted to her status rather than her age, adding, They're just smashing. They're with you because you're Tracee Ellis Ross. Boy, bad. Just like any young girl that you're with is with you because you buying purses and bags. Hold on, let's listen.
Because men who sleep with men are making laws that put in power. Now can go around and young boys and brag on it and think ain't nothing wrong with them. But when
and see, he's saying young boys, it sounds like projection. It sounds like projection to me because nowhere in that quote that I played, and I made a point of playing it, did she say she dates young boys? Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear her say she dated younger boys? If she 52, she could be dating some man that's 49. That's younger. That is not a young boy.
Corey went on Cam Newton's show and said, I'm young, broke, lost hoes. I was the worst motherfucker in the world.
And that is the problem. He is projecting because he admitted he went on a podcast and he said he dates broke, young, dumb hoes. So yeah, it's about you, not her.
Huh, Tracee? Tracee Ellis Ross, we heard you. He didn't choose you. These were your prime years when you was passing the out to boss niggas who got options to choose a woman who was virtuous. None of them chose you. So now, at 52, which
why does that mean that none of them chose her? It could have meant that she didn't choose them. It could have meant that she chose not to, date other people because they were toxic or she did not want to be controlled. It could have been a whole lot of other things. It could have been that she felt peace by herself with her money and her cars and her clothes and whatever. This is weird.
Your arrogant ass, you dating the puppies of the hood. Let me tell you something. These broads out here, especially the older ones, 45 and up, I'm gonna go that high, 45 and up, they good with dogs and elderly people, or they might mess with somebody who's young and impressionable, because that way they can be held up as they pretend themselves to be. But
what about the men? What about the men?
You around a man is gonna call you for who you are. Bitch, you ain't. I don't give a fuck if you Tracee Ellis Ross. Tracee Ellis Ross can get it, and like Kevin Samuel said about her a long time ago, a nigga walk down the street with that.
She's 52. Somebody was saying 60.
It don't matter how old she is.
Oh well, I got enough. I've had enough. Speaking of, we've had enough, and of younger women and older men. This is a teen and an older man. Just like I was talking about Brit Eady earlier, and I was talking about how all of y'all, Team Twirl, and everybody who supports Kenya, even a lot of the bloggers were like, "Oh, she wasn't a teenager. She wasn't underage. She was 19. Oh, she wasn't a teenager. She was a cam girl. She was 18. She wasn't. The age of consent is 16 in Georgia, and all the little rapey things that y'all be saying online." Does this apply to Shannon Sharpe? Does this apply to y'all God, Shannon Sharpe? Now he has been accused of SA, a Caucasian little girl who looks like a little girl who is allegedly 19 or 20 years old, and he's been dealing with her for 2 years, which means she must have been about 17 or 18 when they met. Now, I don't know. When it comes to Black women in situations like these, it seems like, y'all always make it seem like, little Black girls are grown, but little white girls can be 20 and still be little girls. I don't understand that. So here we are talking about the Shannon Sharpe situation. And yeah, it's still creepy. It's creepy all the way around. It's creepy when it was Brit, Kenya posting pictures of Brit when she was 19, and it's creepy with Shannon Sharpe and everything that he did with this Caucasian girl and the big Black baby that she wanted to put inside of her and all the things that he said. Now, if you've been under a rock, which I'm sure you haven't, you would have heard by now about the Shannon Sharpe lawsuit that dropped a few days ago. Shannon Sharpe is being accused of assault by a person that he used to date who is apparently very, very young. Now, since that lawsuit dropped, Shannon Sharpe came out and basically, denied everything, said it was a shakedown. Hold on, we got to hear his words. Hold on, we're going to hear his words and then we're going to talk about everything else. Hold on, like this video, please, and thank you. Like this video. You said you seen a white girl in Target wearing what? Black women, what? Hold on, what is it? Hold on, Shannon. He didn't delete the video. Here it is. He said it's a shakedown, honey. Like this video, like this video. So, here's what Shannon said.
My family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Karlie on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys.
So Shannon put that out after the details about his $50 million lawsuit and the RAPE and sexual battery accusations came out. And it's a lot. In the court documents, which were filed in Nevada on November 20th, the woman who has now been identified as Gabriella Zuniga, she called herself Jane Doe, but she accused Sharpe of assaulting her on multiple occasions as well as making verbal threats. Now, he strongly denied those and called it a shakedown, but after the denial, his attorney basically dropped the dime and said, oh, we offered her $10 million and she turned it down. And so now she filed this lawsuit and we don't understand why, because she didn't even try to negotiate. It's like, well, wait a minute. If you did nothing wrong, why would you throw $10 million at her? I mean, I don't understand. I mean, I understand you probably have, several millions, and 10 million was like a drop in the bucket, but still to a lot of people that insinuates some type of guilt. Okay. Hold on. Here is a lot of the details about the lawsuit. In the $50 million lawsuit, hold on. Jane Doe alleges that she met Sharpe. Jane Doe, which is Gabriella Zuniga, met Sharpe at a gym when she was 20 years old and he was in his mid-50s. In her lawsuit, she recalls that her first encounter with Sharpe involved the athlete offered to buy her fake tits if she won a weight loss competition. According to Doe, the pair had a rocky consensual relationship over 2 years, though she alleges that Sharpe inflicted intentional emotional distress amongst the litany of allegations. She also accused Sharpe of sometimes recording their sexual activity without her consent and then showing the footage to others. The woman additionally accused Sharpe of becoming more and more controlling during their final months together, including once allegedly telling her, "I will effing kill you." When he noticed that she was trying to share her location with friends out of concern. Her court documents also mentioned that she tried to allegedly pull away from Sharpe after he unintentionally live streamed himself having sex with another woman back on September 2024. Sharpe is alleged to have confronted her after she started ignoring his calls, leading to an incident of forcible sex without her consent in October of 2024. The woman reported in her court filing that Sharpe allegedly RAPED'd her again in January 2025 without wearing a condom. Her 13-page complaint states a woman can say yes to consensual sexual relationship with a man 99 times, but once she says no, even once, that no means no. So defendant Sharpe, a man who is accustomed to getting what he wants, completely fails to understand this basic concept. After many months of manipulating and controlling plaintiff, a woman more than 30 years younger than he, and repeatedly threatening to brutally choke and violently slap her, Sharpe refused to accept the answer no and RAPD the victim. Sharpe's attorney, Lanny Davis, told US Weekly on Monday, August 21st, that the woman's lawsuit is, quote, filled with lies, distortions, and misrepresentations, and it will not succeed. He accused the woman of attempting a blatant, cynical attempt to shake down Mr. Sharpe for millions of dollars. Through his attorneys, Sharpe has denied all of the lawsuit accusations, including the gross lie of RAPE. He stands firmly by his truth and is prepared to fight vigorously in court. Now, the said, you know, hold on.
Enjoy your payday. Enjoy.
Oh, hold on. Present share. Is it coming up? Sharpe's lawyer said his accuser turned down $10 million to settle the lawsuit. Okay, is my Wi-Fi going out again? Am I blurry? Let me pause and take a minute. It's a storm in Atlanta. It's a storm in Georgia. It's raining right now, so I apologize for my Wi-Fi. I might need to wrap this up. Okay. This is Barstool Media, and basically, his attorney basically confirmed that he offered $10 million to the woman before she filed the lawsuit. And he is basically upset that she in turn went public with the lawsuit, and now he is prepared to fight her and file a counterclaim. Okay. Now, a lot of people will surmise that, hey, filing a counterclaim means what when you offered her $10 million to go away? Like 10 million, she wanted more money. Clearly she has more evidence. Now there are also a bunch of audio. Child, I'm not gonna even go through all of this audio. Let's go through some of this audio. I'm gonna put the link in here for y'all to call into, because Shannon, hold on. A lot of people were at first saying, okay, the attorney that represents the woman, Tony Busby, has been known to be somewhat of an ambulance chaser. He was accusing Jay-Z of being somewhere around the Diddy drama. He was also one of the attorneys who was pertinent in the Diddy drama. He actually put out a search for a class action lawsuit against Diddy, and he was searching for accusers. So a lot of people feel like he's a clout chaser. But on the other hand, when it was brought to the attention that Shannon Sharpe had actually offered this woman millions of dollars, there's no denying that, you did what she said she did, in my humble opinion. You said Don Schneider just slid right through the crack in the gate when he was doing worse than Diddy. Okay. The Wi-Fi is freezing because it's a storm around. He wanted those messages to go public. I don't know. I just think it is just, hold on, let me pull up some of them. I put the link in for anybody who wants to call in and contribute. Hold on. Shannon Sharpe released her name after, she came out with the Jane Doe allegations. Shannon was basically, when he said it was a shakedown, he said, okay, you're not going to shake me down without me at least telling people who you are. And so people, pulled her records. And now, since they pulled who she was, a lot of people are also, she's dropping more receipts about him. So this is one of the audio where she says that he said that, he would choke her. Hold on, let's listen.
Well, you're coming to LA tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Gary.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah, I might choke you in public. Big black guy chokes small white woman.
It's not a good look, Shannon.
Not a good look that you did with the shit you did to me.
Okay, well,
Oh, there's that. She do sound a little slow, honey, but clearly she's like 12. I mean, she acts like she's like 12. Hold on. Let me see. There was another audio. Is this another one? Here's some more text. Additional text reveal OnlyFans model Gabby confronted Shannon Sharpe over unprotected anal sex on the day of the alleged RAPE. In the text, she said, "I cried when you left because I begged you to put on a condom and you did not put it in my A, but you didn't listen." So here are the text messages. And she said, "I don't know how to process this." And he says, "Can I call you later?" Then there are additional texts where she says, "I want to be abused, daddy." And then she says, "I want like some hardcore BDSM action though." So there are several text messages that show that they like to play around, they like to do things. She wanted him to put a big black baby in her, and he
To
wanted
my family, friends, supporters, and
to treat her like a little white girl, which is horrible. Hold on. Let me see. Where is the other audio? There is the $10 million. Shout out to the neighborhood talk. There is the shakedown, child. Oh, here go the other audio.
I don't know. Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like.
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
What? What does that even mean?
Nothing, Gabby. You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna fucking choke the shit out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Okay.
Well, all of this silence, it's driving me crazy. But anyway, there's so much more evidence that's coming out daily. If y'all want to deep dive into Shannon Sharpe, you can. There are a lot of people who feel like, he gets what he gets. Black women stand down. This is not our fight. Shannon has said a lot of problematic and colorist things about Black women. He has went on Twitter and dragged Black women, talked about their wigs and their hair and stuff. He has done a lot of things, but then, he had Cat Williams sit right there beside him and tell him that, in Hollywood, all these people who, once they get money, they have a hard-faced white woman or a hard-faced light woman. Okay. And apparently, Shannon is one of those people. Somebody brought up Monique, and how Monique basically told him he needed to get him, an older an older Black woman, somebody close to his age. But what did he do? He laughed and giggled. He said that's not what he does. That's not who he's attracted to. So I don't know. You get what you get. It's not my fight. We not here to save every Black man. Apparently Black men need to save themselves. They are all, on the Shannon Sharpe train right now. Everybody was like, well, she was of age. She wasn't a teenager, but she looked like she was 12. Okay. She looked like she was underage. So apparently that's what he likes. So anyway, we have some callers in the back. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. Hey, Mickey, how you doing?
Hi, Michelle. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good, Michelle. Shannon. Child. You know what's so crazy?
What?
This man was playing football in the 90s. He has been around the block for decades. He is a 3-time Super Bowl champion. He has 3 rings. Why on God's green earth are you running around with these snow bunnies? Like, it doesn't make sense. It's not like you just caught a lick off of this damn podcast and you're just now making money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should know better. You know what I mean? They've made examples out of so many people. You know what I mean? It's like it's really, really like mind-boggling to me. Like, Monique was the one that came to my mind because she told him, like, yo, like, what are you doing with these 25, 26-year-olds? And clearly, homegirl, you're right. She literally looked like she's 15. She sounds like it too, and this, I don't understand why, and granted, you can like who you like. Everybody got their preference, and they love them snow bunnies, them racially ambiguous women's and all of that. You could like who you like, have kids with who you like, whatever. But why is it that when y'all get called to the podium, it's always y'all reading from the same script? It's a black man, I'm a black man in America. It's a shakedown. They're trying to take me down. And there's rumors that he had like $100 million podcast deal on the table, and now all of this is coming out. It's like, sir, are you kidding me? You're damn near 60 years old. What are you doing with this escort? Like, I just don't understand.
Exactly.
It's very weird. It's kind of giving me like Kanye vibes, in the sense of Kanye, you're parading around all these white women, but then when you're upset, it's I want to protect my black children. It's very weird. It's very strange.
It's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong with dating a white lady, though.
Nobody said there was anything wrong with dating a white woman.
That.
It's something
really
wrong
not.
with dating a child.
No,
who's
he
30
just
years
wants
younger than you.
He wants something. He wants something younger. Why would he want a 40 or 50-year-old person when he could have a brand new
Because he's
car?
40 or 50. That's why.
No, he's almost 60.
60.
Oh,
right.
okay.
Exactly.
What you mean exactly?
Just what I said.
No, it's cool. He dating somebody younger.
No, it's not. No, it is not. That's exactly why he getting took to the bank and wrung out.
Well, are we sure we know that this is not a play? Because didn't he say on camera podcast the other day, if you look on CedricRose.com, that the type of guy he want, when he said he wanted to date younger guys, it was a part that he switch it up?
He did. He did. That was a little Freudian slip. He did say that.
Yeah, but he like them young, whether it be girl or guy.
And that's a rumor too, that's going around, that all of,
Right.
it's a Michelle. That's my Michelle.
Yeah, that's probably was all a play.
I'm so glad that didn't turn out to be you, Michelle. I thought that, oh my goodness.
You did not think that was me. He don't like black women.
Oh, he don't like black women, but he have 3 black daughters and 3
Yeah,
black
he
baby
liked them
mamas.
when he ain't had no
3
money.
black baby mamas and 3 black
He liked them
daughters.
when he didn't have no money.
Please
No, he
stop.
liked them in the
Stop trying to play the
90s.
victim. Please
No, he
stop trying
liked
to
them
play
in
the
the
victim.
90s till he realized what black women don't take. And he thought he was back in the 90s and forgot about all of the taping, the social media. That's why he went with this 20-year-old thinking he was still in the 90s.
No, that's not why he went with her.
Or why did he go
Why
with
did
her?
he go with her?
He went with
Right.
her because black ladies don't know how to be quiet. They talk, and Gabby know how to be
And
quiet.
clearly you're
She
yapping
was
too. So what are
submissive,
you talking
and
about?
Gabby
Gabby
louder
was
than we could
submissive.
ever
Gabby, 20
be.
years old, she was submissive, and black ladies just
Well, you
don't
know,
blah blah
a
blah
lot
blah.
of black men allegedly date white women, or especially young white women, because they can't take the heat. They can't take women with standards,
And
women
then,
who will
like you
hold them
said, ain't
accountable.
nobody
They
40
want
and
to, like Tracee Ellis Ross was saying, they're toxic. They want to boss you around and act like you're an object.
and
So
not
yeah, of
only
course, you
and
know
not only that, Michelle, let them know anybody 40, 50, and 60 ain't licking in no dirty black asshole. We didn't do that.
Oh.
Excuse
That's
me.
the problem.
Right. That's the
That's why
whole
he
problem.
went to Gabby.
Right.
Well, there you have it. That's why he went to Gabby, like
Exactly.
you
That's the
said.
main
And do
reason.
you find something wrong with
And
that?
some people feel like he went to Gabby because he really wanted Gabrielle. And Gabby was letting him do everything that Gabrielle would have. That's what some people seem to feel.
Mm-hmm. That's okay, because payday coming
Because
for
a lot
her.
of black women would have clocked his teeth immediately. You want me to
Mm-hmm.
do what? You want me to stick it where?
And who?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
Exactly. So he
And a
had
lot
to
of
go
white
to
women
her.
are more open to a lot of that. So, it is what
Exactly.
it is.
You know what
And
I
especially
noticed
when a
just
lot
by
of
you.
money is involved. So,
You know what
there's
I
that.
just noticed just by you making that ignorant, excuse my language, comment. It seemed like
You calling somebody ignorant? Oh
a
no,
lot of
that's not
ladies
possible.
love to say that black guys is gay. If you do this,
I
you're
did not
gay. If you
say
do
he
that,
was
you're gay.
gay. I
You just
said a
said it.
lot of black men who date younger white women actually want men because the younger white women will do what he
Yeah.
could do to men, and black women won't do that. That's what I said.
What won't black women do?
I
They're
just
not
told you.
down for the, the
The
sexcapade.
licking and the sticking all in
Taking
the
up
back,
their ass when they got of a JJ.
in their
Y'all must never have been
ears,
to trapeze in Atlanta or Miami.
in their ears too. They stick them in their ears. That's coming out
They
next.
stick what in their ears? What are you talking about?
Don't act like you don't know. Oh, I
Y'all are
forgot. You ain't
hilarious.
older. I forgot.
No, what they stick what though in the ears?
Yeah, just use your imagination.
Mm-hmm.
Did Nikki say mm-hmm?
Mm-hmm. And
Anita
I'll say
said
it
weirdo
again.
sex.
Thank you. Yeah,
I'll
they
Google it.
Pegging, strap-ons, all of that. Like,
right. And
yeah.
it's sad
And as
because
soon as a man asks a certain black woman to do that type of thing, we gonna be like, he is gay.
what?
Or if he argue with you, you say the same
If
thing too,
your
which is
man ask him,
crazy.
if listen, you watch the podcast. If a man be like, play with my butt, and you be like, oh, he gay. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? And so,
Exactly.
yeah.
Instantly.
But if he eat the butt, is he gay?
It depends on how he do that too. That all depends.
You said it depends on what?
How he do it.
What do you mean it depends on how he do it? It's
How
only one
he
way to
do it,
do it.
when he do it. You cannot first meet me as a black woman and get the licking all up my butt. Like that. Bye.
Wow.
What's wrong with eating the hip? Oh, anyway. Yeah, so Mickey, what else you was
Mm-hmm.
saying, friend?
Yeah, but I don't know. It's like I want to feel bad for him, but clearly he ain't that smart, you know.
Well, first of all, listen, just the fact that he offered that woman $10 million, he already know he does to me.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
already knew. Like he was like, "Oh, I gotta do this." Because
Wait, do he gotta
if
pay her
she's an
10 million just
OnlyFans
for
model,
saying?
can you imagine the tapes that she has of him? And he already
Exactly.
trying to get the full tape from her. Talk about he hasn't seen the full tape. And then he told everybody she's going to drop a 30-second tape and blah blah blah, and it's edited. How you know it's edited and you ain't even seen the full tape? You know what I'm saying? So to
Yeah.
me, it's like he's kind of using his platform to soften the blow right now. It's
Yeah.
gonna be a whole lot more coming out, and
But
especially
she
because
but she edit those calls too. That's where all that silence come from.
No,
And,
I think
he
that was
know
Michelle
these
Wi-Fi.
new AI babies, these 22
It
year
might have been my Wi-Fi, Dre.
these 22-year-old AI babies. You know, she gonna do all type of stuff to that tape.
Oh.
Yeah, he know it. He know it. But that's where she messing up at. She better had took that money and rode where she was going.
So do y'all think that there's a possibility of him recovering from this? Because my thing
No.
is, even if
No.
he had paid, now let's not forget, Diddy paid $30 million allegedly to Cassie. Okay. And you know, she withdrew her lawsuit the next day. And then a month or two later, he in prison and being tried and convicted for sex crimes. So is it a possibility that he can still,
No.
settle and won't be charged with this
No.
situation? Or would, to me, once the public sees him cut a check to this woman, other
Yeah.
women gonna come out the woodwork the same way Diddy. The same way.
Exactly.
But Michelle,
He
what
never
did
will recover.
what did he do to her though? I'm still confused. By
Well,
saying
she
he go
said
choke her?
that he penetrated her without her. She said no, and
Without
without
her
a condom.
consent, so she say.
And you listen, white women's tears are
Yeah,
valuable. Okay,
exactly.
and just the fact that it is a young Caucasian female, Shannon Sharpe is toast, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think he has a chance.
Kobe Bryant wasn't.
I mean, he was for a minute. He
Right.
was for a
And
minute.
Kobe was still playing. It's a different situation.
How Shannon's still on
And it
the
almost ruined his
podcast.
reputation. He had
Uh-oh, you went out, Michelle. You froze, Michelle.
Kobe had to buy his wife however many $10 million ring so that she would stay.
And purses.
Yeah, and did that whole press conference, that humiliating press conference about what he had did to the girl.
Right. And had to give her more kids, had to give her mother money.
Yeah.
It was a lot. Had to
And
send
like
a
not
sister to
3
college.
said, it's a different time now. We getting all the
Exactly.
details quick, fast, and
Now
hurry.
everybody
We
is
getting
screenshotting,
we getting the audio.
recording. Yeah.
And don't
Everybody has
forget
a phone
AI.
now.
Don't forget
Yeah.
AI.
So you can't really. It's a sticky situation,
Well, again, I'm black.
Right. And Paw
And black women, this is not our fight.
Right. Paw needed to stay
I'm
in
just
his
talking
lane.
about it because it's a hot topic. But listen, it don't move me one way or the other, because at the end of the day, like I even said about Simon and everybody else, the decisions that he made is what brought him to where we are today. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right. Paw need to stay in his lane. They
And
was
did
calling
you
him
see-
uncle. He really thought he was an uncle. He at Paw status.
And did you see? The comedian. I think his name is Darnell Rawlings or something.
They all
Darnell.
been talking about him.
His baby mama
I
came
saw
out.
that.
Yeah, did you see that? She was just like, you was, talking all that about me, and now look at you now. You know what I'm saying? That is crazy.
Hold on, let me pull that up.
I didn't see that. Wait a
I'm about to
minute.
pull it up. Y'all pause for a minute.
Okay.
So, Bad Girls Club star Stephanie George was not here for Shannon Sharpe's interview with her baby daddy, Darnell Rawlings. Stephanie is calling out the hypocrisy, pointing out how he clowned their 23-year age gap, and now he's facing allegations involving someone much younger. Hold on, here's what she said.
To address something that has really been bothering me for the past couple of months. My son's dad is a comedian and an actor, and he did an interview with a man by the name of Shannon Sharpe on his podcast. Now, on that podcast, Shannon Sharpe did a lot of digging. My son is almost 10 years old, and my son's dad and I broke up over 6 years ago. So for him to ever try to bring me up, or a family dynamic, or the age gap, is very, very shocking to me. It's not surprising, but I just feel like, my son's dad has a girlfriend already. Why not do digging on her? And he was making fun of him at the fact that we have an age difference of 23 years. And, he was saying, why didn't you date her mom? Where did you guys meet? Forever 21? Cracking up, just asking really invasive questions. And what really hurt me, this was the kicker. was the interview, and it also had this headline on it that said, Darnell Rawlings has baby. Really wanted to address something that has really been bothering me for the past couple of months.
Sorry, I'm late.
My son's dad is from Bad Girls Club, 23 years younger. So crazy. Insane. As you guys know, we co-parent. So I know that my son is getting older. I always think like, oh my God, one day my son is going to see this. And I just did not like, it felt very, very icky how it was put out there. It felt really exploitive. And like, I just didn't like it. I live my life in peace. I just take care of my son. I work and I spend time in my garden, and I just do as much as I can to contribute to my own peace. And so I just felt very disrespected at the fact that he labeled me as that. I was just some crazy 23-year-old woman that was on Bad Girls Club. I didn't like it. It set me into a depression. It kept me up at night. It really, really bothered me. And so I was on Twitter. I prayed about it. I said, God, you know, I'm old enough to know that like there's just certain people that are not nice. There's certain people that are very nosy.
Oh, you're right.
In Bad Girls Club, 23 years that will, you know, they're like, let's do this for shock value so we can get a lot of views. It just turned me all the way off. Now, last night I was on Threads and I saw his name trending. I thought, wow, that's so weird. And then I clicked on it and I saw accuser. And, you know, he's being accused of like really horrific things. And the girl was 19 when it started. So I'm thinking in my head, wow, you were really projecting. You went digging and you found the fact that we have a huge age gap, and you highlighted that and you tried to make fun of it, but you were actually really living that life, if not worse. I mean, this girl was a teenager. And, you know, with all the evidence that she put out there, I don't know if it's, you know, good evidence or not, or, you know, whatever. The stuff that I seen was pretty awful. I just feel like if you live in a glass house, please don't throw stones. You are very quick with the lip to ask him details on and why didn't you date that will, you know, date her mom? Why didn't you date her mom? Oh, did you guys meet at Forever 21? At least I was 21. You know what I'm saying? Like 19 is too young. You at your big age, you know that. You have kids that are probably older than that. It really hurt my feelings with that headline. And now look at all the headlines that you have, you know, being accused by a 19-year-old. You literally, it's just like, it's crazy how, I wouldn't say karma works, but how the universe works. I knew that there was something not right as to why he was asking these questions. It just felt off. You know, it didn't feel like it was in good faith. And you were poking fun at it and you were living worse. So, date her mom.
She's 23. Darnell.
Look at this.
20. Why you didn't date her mom? Why you go for the Darnell?
Didn't date her mom because
we said Darnell.
Yeah, good question. No, wait, I'm asking the question. No, because this ain't the Darnell Rawlings show.
Love is love.
If you don't, love is love. I agree with you. What? You like them young, though.
Say Drake, I heard you. Nope.
Don't do that. I don't like them young. I like what I love. I didn't groom nobody, son. It is what it is. But I can't date nobody my age and get what I wanted. What I look like getting a 48-year-old bitch pregnant. It's possible. It could have happened, but I ain't want them odds. She's 23.
Well, I mean, he said it.
And the gag is he was probably seeing this girl during that interview.
He was. He was. And that's why the guy got up and walked around, because he thinking, how you putting me on Front Street? And that's why Shannon Sharpe gonna say, this is the Shannon Sharpe show.
Okay.
Deflection.
But wait, let's not forget Monique. Hold on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, what she said. Oh yeah. That's my girl. She knew too already.
Monique knew for real.
Monique was like, they gonna
Let me tell y'all what Shannon needs. Let me tell you what my baby need. He need him an old fat gal who can bake good cakes, make some smothered turkey wings, who gonna rub his feet at the nighttime, okay, and gonna have a sip of his cognac to make him feel better about himself when he come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your
Look, he said he don't because he was with a 19-year-old.
Yeah, exactly.
Out there that can love you old.
And they
You trying to
rubbing
these
no
young.
big old nasty.
Now you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it.
Dang.
When they want you to go for the 4th round, you looking at her like, listen, I need you want some money to go to Starbucks?
Yeah.
Because I can't go no further. But if you get your older girl, when you get to that 4th round, she's gonna say, hold on. Let me go get you some eggs and cheese and some toast with apple butter, because that's gonna get your energy back up. I'm talking right to you. So he was doing, I was gonna be scared to yes, I'm talking, and I know an old gal, she'd be good to you. Her name is Elladora. Now I'm looking right.
Not Elladora.
Right.
So let me tell y'all what Shannon needs.
Let me live my
Let
life.
me tell you what my baby needs. He need him an old fat gal who can bake good.
Oh, it started over again. But yeah, Monique tried to tell him.
She
When
sure
he sat
did.
up there giggling. He was with that 19-year-old then.
Exactly, and she knew it. She tried to warn him on the sly.
They're gonna make an example out of him.
And then she talk about somebody rubbing them big old nasty feet. Ain't nobody 40 and older about to rub them things.
And here go another one.
That's
They
a
pulling
lie.
They pulling
You
this
don't
receipt.
rub feet?
Wait, they pulling this receipt
No.
about Cat Williams. Hold on, what Cat Williams has
Mama
said.
don't rub feet.
To get with a white woman because I was scared. She might have me running down the street like Jonathan
There you
Majors.
go. Come on, Cat.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not going to act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends. And
2
that's
weekends.
one.
He tried to tell her 2 weekends.
Exactly.
Wait, why you don't rub feet?
Because that's not what mamas do. I done tried to tell you about us older women. We ain't rubbing no big nasty size 15, been all over fit. That feet is nasty.
Are you married?
I'd
Of
rub his
course.
feet if he rubbed mine. I mean,
Yeah. She not married, Michelle. She can't be married.
Well, don't worry about it.
She
I
ain't
love me
married.
a
She over
good
there with
foot
that.
rub. Oh my
Over there,
God.
you over there with your cat.
A man who
Your
rub
little
them.
animal
Oh,
or something.
child.
You can't be married.
Mm.
You don't rub feet, and you
No.
yeah. But you a Kenya Moore fan though, right?
Oh, who?
No, you the King
Kenya
and
Moore
fan.
fan.
Honey, bye. Goodbye. Okay.
Oh.
That's why she not married. She the one you need to be talking about. Ain't that your girl?
Oh, I thought that I'm mixing you up with somebody else. My bad.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
It was Elladora.
Okay, can we get off of this? It's kind of uncomfortable.
What's on the thumbnail?
That's what you call it?
What?
That's what's his name?
Shannon Sharpe?
Where?
What thumbnail you looking at?
Right. You must have clicked on the wrong video.
She said, let's get off this. Where we going?
What did I say?
You said you don't like what we talking about. Where you want to go?
When y'all just talking about Shannon Sharpe?
Yes, that's where we at. We still talk about Shannon Sharpe. Elladora?
And then somebody brought up Kenya. Because she's stupid too to be 50 and 60.
Oh, I had one more story I forgot. Karlie Redd got arrested.
Oh, Jesus. She's 60 also. See? It's something about the 60.
Now, why did she get arrested for breaking into her ex-husband's house? I'm so confused. What is going on with her?
They divorced?
I don't know, child. I don't know nothing about Karlie
Do
Redd.
she still
Karlie
got
Redd
that
arrested on burglary charges after allegedly breaking into her ex-husband T. Da Vinci's house. And they have the actual arrest record. She was booked in on April 22nd, 2025 at 7:40 a.m.
See, I'm behind on Love and Hip Hop. See, they still
Oh, they
married.
let her out an hour and a half later. What jail was she in? It said Karlie Redd found herself sitting in a
Well, you
jail
know she
cell
a
for
city girl, so Fanny, you know, when Fanny found out, Fanny a OG city girl, so when
Funny.
Fanny
Her
found
name is
out,
Funny.
she out. So, you know
Yeah,
what she
she
No,
went
this
on
is
a
in DeKalb
weekday.
County. Funny Willis is in Fulton, friend.
She went on a weekday She got sense. You know she older.
Dre up there talking
Karlie
about
Redd found herself sitting in a jail cell for an hour yesterday after reportedly breaking into her ex-husband T. Da Vinci's Atlanta home
But
back
wait,
in
Michelle, did she
January.
still got that store at North Point Mall?
I don't know nothing about her. She's now been ordered to have no contact with her ex. I wonder what she was looking for.
Her store
Mhm.
ain't never had no customers in there. It just used to be one fat chick working there, and she used to be the only person in there.
well,
Somebody said where her age at. I don't know. You know, Karlie Redd is like 55. Hold on, let me
She
see.
like 60 also. Anytime you
I
over
had her
Karlie
age
is
on my
55.
website a long time ago.
54.
People thought I was lying on her. And I like Karlie. Hold on, let me find Karlie
Karlie
Redd
slow as
age
well.
So
straight from the A. No, go in the archives. I pull it up.
Dre,
They said Karlie Redd's age is not definitively
You said
stated,
what?
but she has stated her age to be 45. In a 2019 interview, she confirmed she was 45. If she was 45 in
She
2019,
She's
lying.
no,
51.
Michelle,
She lying. She lying.
look up Mimi Foster's age.
and then it said, I'm looking, look, I did the AI search. It said
Like she said, look at
in a
Mimi.
2019 interview, she claimed she was 45.
She
In a
older.
2015 Playboy spread, her age was listed at 37. So if she was 37 in 2015,
Then she's 47. That was 10 years ago.
they said which would put her birth year at 1978. I don't know if that's true.
However old Mimi Foster is, that's how old Karlie is. They're the same age.
Yeah, look up Mimi. But no, she was older than Mimi.
53.
Yeah, she was older than Mimi, like a year or two. Exactly. She need to stop because she keep getting that face snatched. Them
Not she older
facelifts.
than
She
me.
like them Kardashians. She keep getting them facelifts.
Well,
Well,
I mean, everybody does.
Y'all be killing me choosing who to talk about who get facelift.
Okay, she was 46. She was 46 in 2012. What add it up? If she was 46 in 2012, how old is she now?
60.
For real?
Is it for real?
No.
Because I
Yeah,
had
she's
her
59.
age,
She
her
about to
baby
be
daddy,
60.
all that. This was
Right.
in 2012.
59,
So she
about to be
58 or
60.
59. She close to it.
Yeah, she's 59. 60, you was right.
So she
Mhm.
was
But she ain't no
46 in
60.
2012. Yeah.
Exactly.
She might be 60, 59,
No,
60.
this is true. This is real talk. Cause I had her baby daddy's identity. I had her daughter on here. This was a long time ago.
Yeah, her daughter about 40. I don't know how she gonna be
That was
40.
the last
Red
story
is
you did,
somewhere
right,
around
Michelle?
46 years old. While she looks awesome for her years. Blah 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 blah. Red's daughter is not much of a secret around town either. At that time, her daughter was between 18 and 20 in
That's why I said her
2012.
daughter 40 now. So how is she 40 still? Like, make it make sense. She was just on. See, I
Yeah,
think I'm
At
she
this
behind.
was
point, you just
46.
making up ages.
This article was written in 2012. So, however, 2012 plus, whatever. That's how old she is.
That yeah,
Michelle,
that,
you just showing you not good at math.
I'm not.
She don't
Neither
need
am
to be.
I.
We know.
we
But what
know.
you think, Elladora? What you think about Shannon Sharpe with the 19-year-old? What happened to Mickey? She left? To
She
Yeah,
be
you
was
know
honest.
cutting
Mickey.
in and
You
out
know
too.
Mickey don't stay on that long.
Oh, thank you for
Well,
calling, Mickey. Now, what you say, Elladora?
to be quite honest with you, I really don't care.
Oh,
That's his problem. I
oh,
really,
Are you
he got,
standing with the black women in solidarity to not give a fuck about Shannon Sharpe?
yes, I exercise my right to do that. And I feel like
Okay.
he
It's the
has the
racism
money.
for me.
What's
He has,
racist about that?
Nothing.
Dre, he has the money to. First of all, she was trying to blackmail him. It sounded like some role play freaky mess that was going on. He had no business doing it with her. Like he should have,
right.
it's his problem. I don't care. It don't
Mm,
affect me.
mm.
He
And
can
Hey,
that's
go.
how
hey,
he
hey,
Did
gonna
Jazzy
he
resolve
Bill.
did
it.
he say something about a black woman's hair one time?
Yeah, and he can go seek refuge with those
He
people that
always
he
talking
likes
about
to.
black women
Yeah,
for real, for real.
Hey,
yeah.
Jazzy
So
Bill.
yeah.
What you think about Tracee dating younger dudes? Do you date younger dudes?
Who is Tracee?
Ellie Ross.
Oh, I'm not her age. So what do you mean younger dudes?
I'm saying, but you ain't young. You ain't in your 20s.
How old am I, Dre?
You got to be like in your 30s, your late 30s.
What? You think I'm in my late 30s?
I don't know how old you are.
What?
Do y'all remember this when he was talking about horsehair? He wouldn't have said this
Yeah.
to a white woman.
And look up his kids. Why he talking about somebody here?
Oh, I don't want to look up nobody kids. I
Girl,
You
don't
let's
know,
not
know.
talk
you know,
about
you
it.
know. His kids is grown, but Michelle. So what's
They
wrong with
are.
looking up his kids? But you know what's so funny is, um,
But his kids didn't ask for this. So I don't
that's
know.
what like Jamie Foxx dog black ladies out too, and y'all be he's so funny when he got him a white wife
Well,
or a
Dre,
white girlfriend.
Do you
But
like black
I
women?
haven't heard, I mean, I'm not comparing anybody else who has a
No,
white
no,
girl.
I'm
I
just
mean,
saying
we can compare Shannon Sharpe to
how people
Jeezy
take how
with
people
Jenny Mai and how
right,
when their
right.
relationship
I'm
fell apart. Can I talk, please? When their relationship fell apart, he ran and went to Nia Long to do that interview to get back into black women's graces. We can compare him to Jonathan Majors, who
Mm-hmm.
allegedly choked that white lady and was running down the street away from her. And then next thing you know, he's engaged and married to Megan Good. Like we could compare him to all of those people. Next thing you know, Shannon Sharpe will be on the black women's save my career plan, and he gonna have him a black woman next week. Who knows? He gonna be with Tracee Ellis Ross saying, I'm getting married to a woman my age. So I
No,
mean,
he
that's
tried
just
to
the kind
get
of
with
thing
the
that
one
happens.
on there. He tried to get with the one he done an interview with.
well, at least Tracy would probably rub his feet.
Mm.
Somebody told him you never beaten the anti-black allegations. And then he said, what's even more anti-black is the ish y'all say to black people you don't even know. I don't go on people's timeline and talk reckless. So he was like going back and forth, and he said something about somebody with some horsehair. Hold on, what he had said.
Mhm. Who is he just interviewing?
Oh, here it is right here. Uh
Bobby Brown.
No, the girl that was with um
Oh yeah, and I thought Bobby Brown was Cedric the Entertainer.
mm, mm, mm.
He got to lose some weight. There's no way he should be walking around with no
Well,
neck and
the Bobby Brown is oh,
diabetes,
leave that
high
man alone.
cholesterol.
Leave that man alone.
He
It
got to
said
lose
Jamie
some
Foxx
weight.
is next.
He could go to the gym. He ain't got to do it the easy way like other people do.
Okay.
Shannon.
Come on, Zipper. How you doing, friend?
Hi, everybody. Hey, Michelle.
What a
Hi.
zipper.
Shannon Sharpe and people like him gonna learn. Like, why would you want to sleep with somebody who does OnlyFans? Like, are you crazy?
Because it was a transactional relationship. You saw the text that she said $25K for each cheat. And I guess he
Right.
was paying it.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
he was paying her.
especially if you going through negotiations to get $100 million podcast deal, like, can you not wait? Like,
I mean,
like.
he was already with her before the negotiation started.
Right.
Dig discipline. Him, Anthony Edwards, and everybody else. Yeah, they gonna learn. A hard head make a soft.
And what about the race play and all that? It's giving self-hate to me. Like we already think of him as like a buffoon. And then you sit up here talk about a black man choking a little white girl. Whatever he said. It's like, girl,
Mm-hmm.
so
Oh yeah, that's
cringe.
that's a mess up.
But like, are we like high school? These are college games that WGs play. But like, I told you, no means no. Like, do you not read that and see that that's being baited for future
Right.
record? Like that's an automatic. Go to AT&T, Verizon, change your number. Bye. Throw that
I mean, but
phone.
my point is, if that's what's been leaked thus far, can you imagine the conversations that she has on him? Like
Yeah. I mean, to get a 10 million to start the settlement, $10
to
million.
start the bidding at 10
10
million.
million.
Oh, well, I got some ish, Chinese.
The
I got
sex
all kind of
tapes.
pictures and videos
Tapes.
Nah,
Oh
she got a
yes.
of you
smoking gun.
spread eagled on your stomach.
Legs to the back.
But like
Legs to the moon.
they're trying. His legal team trying to play her, but like she played an elementary game and she gonna win it. I mean, it's all wrong, but she gonna win it. Yeah, like it was that one text was made to publicly humiliate him. Like, I told you no, backdoor. She was trying to publicly humiliate you, and you fell for it. You gonna learn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well.
So
and he tried to dox her. And to me, it's almost like he fell for it because now people see she looked like a 12-year-old girl, it don't make you look no better.
Nah, but like she knew what she was doing. If anybody knows Shannon Sharpe, you know that. I mean, they do it about most people in the public eye, but she made sure to say that backdoor stuff so people can bring up, like what people say about him. She knew what she was doing. Like you can't let some OnlyFans 19-year-old outplay you in the streets. You just can't do it. Like you.
But we have
he
to
did it.
remember he was 60. So, he wasn't
ain't that
never
smart.
that
He not
street.
60.
He's 54.
Yes, he
He's
is.
like 56. He's like 56. But I know
So
it's
He ain't that smart. That's
round it off to the nearest number.
I
60.
was waiting for that 60.
So he didn't make her sign anything. Like if you're doing role play and stuff like that, and you got all this freaky stuff going on, you didn't think to like
He's a 70s baby.
Yeah, because T.I. and Tiny would have your signature on that stuff, but he didn't.
That don't
They
even
would have
matter
had you in
nowadays.
blood, sign it in
Right.
blood, allegedly.
Yeah, but that don't even matter nowadays.
Criminal, not when it's criminal.
The
Yeah,
20
not criminal.
AI babies ain't playing. They not playing with
Hey,
nobody.
when you say AI babies, you say that a lot. What is AI babies?
The 20-year-olds, I know
Oh,
you
okay,
probably
okay,
want
okay.
to, Dre. So
No,
So
Dre ain't
I
no.
really came up here to.
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
What you say, Jasmine?
I really came up here to hold you accountable, Michelle, for something you said earlier.
It's about twirl.
What did I say?
You said earlier that Latasha had not been on any like press runs, and she had not done any interviews in the last however many years, and that's absolutely untrue. And I don't know what possessed you to say that.
Okay, what
You
interview
are
she been
really a
on, child?
professional.
Go ahead.
Okay, so she was on Ricky Smiley, then she went on the
Latasha?
Yeah, she was on Ricky Smiley
Yes,
a
and then
couple
she
weeks
went on
ago.
the other podcast interviewing where she talked about Tiny singing and Kandi crying again. Then she did her YouTube video making fun of Kandi singing like a goat, but then 3 days later, after everybody was reading her down, she came back crying for an hour on live.
But those
Then
ain't interviews, girl.
You did that same
But
thing.
Tamika said more.
Tamika said the truth.
I don't agree.
So can we agree that Nene should not be reading comments and addressing every single little critique?
I can't agree with that. I told her that. I can't agree with that, but she said she liked to do it. And speaking of which, she didn't address something else. Hold on. Somebody had just texted me.
Take her phone.
I can't take it.
After 9 p.m.
Hold on. She didn't address something else, y'all. Hold on.
But why do we care? Like, why are you
Because
looking
this
it
is the
up? Like,
Nene
why do
News
we
Network.
care?
Let us care. She addressed this.
Nene
I
News
ain't even seen
Network.
this. What's she saying right here?
Guys, okay, listen. The new episode that I have over on YouTube for the Nene Leakes show. Listen, entrepreneurs. I need all of you guys to pay close attention. This is our girl boss episode. Now, I told you the Nene Leakes show would bring you a variety of shows. And one of the things I personally wanted to do was do a girl boss episode. And this episode is entrepreneurs who went from 0 to 100, from nothing to something. These women pulled themselves up without having a lot to start with, and they just blew up. Pinky Cole is dropping a lot of gems. Then you have Rocky Giovanni, who's in the oil and gas business. After that, I feature two entrepreneur females, which is Jessica Rich. She's in the shoe game. She's out of California. And Moda Chic Handbags. So Moda Chic Handbags is out of Houston, Texas. These are some great entrepreneur females who are really, really out here hustling and doing their thing. So we have an episode called The Millionaires. And these are men who went from nothing to something. Men, millionaire men who are entrepreneur men who have done it, who worked really hard, and now they are seeing the fruit of their labor. And by the way, if you know a girl boss or a millionaire that is doing it. Now I'm talking about really doing it. Not okay, we're here. No, these people really, really, really shot to the top. And it really changed their life. Send me an email to booknene@gmail.com. I want to sit down and talk to them, and I want them to teach you how to get in the game. See, over here on the Nene Leakes show, we're not just sitting down with celebrities or public figures. I really want to bring you guys some entrepreneur episodes. And we have a couple of other episodes that's going to knock you off of your feet. They're really, really good. And I think you guys are going to really enjoy it. Run on over to YouTube right now. Click on the Nene Leakes show and check out the new episode with Pinky Cole, a slutty vegan, Rocky Giovanni out of Florida with the oil and gas business, Jessica Rich out of California, and Motor Chic Handbags out of Houston, Texas. I love you guys. I'm just bringing you the best that I got.
Michelle, I got a question for you and all y'all women.
Who was that?
What's that?
Do y'all women ever feel offended when a woman is like publicly, I'm a girl boss and self-made, but behind closed doors they selling the kitty and prostitute?
My God.
Offended?
Like, you know what I mean? Like people
But how
like
would I know behind closed doors what they doing?
well, I know one of them she named. I wouldn't call them, and I'm not saying that's an extreme example, but like remember when we had the conversation about Porsha saying that she like people calling her Carlos King a girl boss and self-made? Like, don't y'all girls who really are self-made feel was one of the people she called? I know personally.
Well, y'all
They're
need
not
to email Nene at booknene@gmail.com and tell her that Michelle is a self-made millionaire.
You didn't marry a
She don't want to hear
Nigerian.
nothing I got to say though, so I just shut up.
But why they gotta be millionaires? Why they can't be on the rise and up and coming? You know what I'm saying?
Because they ain't made it yet, she said.
They have made it. They huh?
We going in and out, I think.
Already there. We don't want to hear people struggling to get there.
I think Michelle breaking up.
Oh, I thought that was us.
I got one
she
bar.
is. Oh, Jesus.
Y'all know Michelle in the hood.
No, you're not doing that.
Hold on.
We don't feel no type of way, or not we. Well, women don't feel no type of way if a woman has had a past, as we call it. Because not most, but some women, that's how they come up. They done been in a strip club, or they done been, what do you call it?
But if they're
That's
not
not their
honest about
past.
it.
It's their present still.
Yeah, but if they're not honest.
How do you know what somebody is doing? That's what I don't understand. I've never heard a woman be like, "Oh, she says she a girl boss, but she's selling cat." Most of the time, it be men who say that.
Right. We don't care
So
about
I don't
that.
know what they're doing.
Right.
So yeah, okay. Brit Eady sells insurance and her insurance
Right.
agency. You
I
know,
don't know
like,
what Brit Eady does. How
yeah.
would I know she's selling cat?
And we wouldn't care.
Because
That's
we just
what she
told
did
you.
at 19 and 20.
You don't know either.
I was asking the question. But y'all saying y'all cool with it, that's cool. I was just wondering.
Yeah, we don't care, because at the end of the day, what the men doing, they
The
still
truth, here's the
supporting.
thing, the truth always comes out anyway, whether it's male,
Right.
female, good or bad. It's a lot of men out there who are doing stuff that ain't millionaires either. They renting, Rolls Royces and riding around and acting like millionaires. So why is it that y'all are like
But
women?
but no
Like,
one has a problem with that. It's just no one. I don't think you coming on let me tell you how. Like, I don't know. It sounds a little. I'm not judging you for doing it. I just don't know if you can, like, if you leave that out. Oh, let me tell you how to become successful in business, and you leave that part out. Like, you got inheritance, or you marry Simon.
Business.
Was it messy?
Just say Simon gave you $50,000 to start your business. I would respect that. That's a boss move.
No, but to be honest, like, I understand what you're saying, because I
understand what you're saying, because remember the whole area, the whole timeline where a lot of women were doing like seminars and girl, you got this seminar or whatever, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Girl, hold my hand seminars or whatever, and literally they weren't necessarily selling any type of information or whatever. It was all to like do girl power and unity and all of this stuff
For
and
them to get rich.
yeah, and basically, the people who were selling it were getting rich off the seminar. They weren't rich and they didn't really have anything to like provide, but
Yeah.
I was in prison and now I'm not. And I could show you how to be an entrepreneur too. You know what I'm saying? So,
I was just asking, but the SBA, they want dollar for dollar and guarantee. So it's like, where did you get people want to hear how you get capital to start a business and stuff. Like that's what people would really go and listen to hear. Because it's really hard to start a business. But when you just be like, oh no, what Barlow say, I got it from God. You be like, okay.
But yeah.
Who said that? You said
Marlo.
I'm just giving
when
examples.
Kandi was asking her where she
Now
get her
you
money
know
from, and
Marlo.
Marlo was just being facetious to Kandi because Kandi was being nosy. Like anyway.
Yeah, because we know where Kandi got some of her money from too.
She said, "Co-story."
credit.
I'm
Oh
dead.
Lord.
I'm
Anyway,
dead.
on that note, we need to head over to Patreon for a little while because I promised them an after show and I didn't realize it was getting so late. It's almost 1 o'clock.
Yeah, it is. Okay, we on Patreon tonight. I think I
Oh,
can
good.
say
I
it.
can say what I really want to say.
Yep, you can say what you want to say. Hopefully, Mr. Woods come because he say that he needed to curse you out or something. I don't know.
Why everybody always on my neck? I am
I don't
so
know.
nice.
You just be doing stuff.
What did I ain't even been here.
Oh, Dre must have left. Where'd he go?
Because you kicked him out. You hurt his
I didn't kick him
feelings.
out. I just put
You
him in the
made
back
him
because he was making
upset.
noise.
Now he crying somewhere. See how you do him?
I'm sorry, Dre. I just put you in the back. Come back. Damn, I was gonna bring you back up.
Tell them to come to Patreon.
Yeah. Come to Patreon, Dre. I'm about to go to Patreon.
All
So
right,
I
bye,
appreciate
y'all.
everyone who tuned in today. We had a lot of stories today. We talked about a lot of things. We talked about Kenya. We talked about the ratings. We talked about Nene's new show. We talked about what else? We talked about Andy Cohen. We talked about Brit saying she was being bullied. We talked about Shannon Sharpe and the white lady. And what else? We talked about Karlie Redd being locked up. So yeah, go ahead and like this video, rewind if you are just getting here. I'm sorry about my Wi-Fi. I don't know what's going on. Patreon, I think I'm gonna go live from my laptop and talk to y'all upstairs or something because clearly downstairs ain't working today. I don't know what's going on. I might need to reboot my router or something. So are y'all still here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Always a pleasure,
I thought I had
Michelle.
froze again because I was looking up at the thing and it had like one bar, so I don't know what.
No, we'll tell you.
All right. Well, I will see y'all over on the other side, friends. Thank you for calling Buzz Zip. Buzz Zipper, did you say everything you need to say?
Yeah. You beat it like a dead horse, I'm sure. I missed most of it as a basketball. That Andy Cohen stuff. That Phaedra comes in 5 episodes. Sir, ain't nobody waiting a month and a week for no Phaedra parts.
And
Good
what's it
night,
gonna be on,
everybody.
like 2 episodes or something? Because I don't think they have, but what, 12 episodes this season or something, right?
Yeah, she says she's on 6, so that means they're gonna like try to drag it out with a 3-part reunion. Whatever. Good night.
Okay. Good night, Buzz Zipper. I appreciate everyone who contributed to the stream. Y'all are a blessing to me. Thank you. Hey, Fatty Back Soup, I see y'all. Shout out to all the members who joined. If you would like to be a member, you can click that join button. Come on over to Patreon for the after show. Patreon.com. I am ATLian. I will be over there in about 5 minutes. I should have been there by now, but I guess we'll do a 1 o'clock show instead of a midnight show. Ooh. I ain't gonna be on for like 30 minutes, but we gonna make it do what it do, honey. So I will see y'all over there. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you are not subscribed. And yeah, black women stand down. We ain't got nothing to do with this Shannon Sharpe stuff. We can talk about it though. We can kiki all day long, but it was his decision to like get involved with that little girl over there. Okay, it was his decision. She looked like a whole little girl. She didn't even have no tatas. He said he was gonna buy her some. Just a mess, a shame and a scandal. So yeah, moving on. Moving on. He's going to the school of PR with Jonathan Majors and Jeezy and them. In a minute, he gonna be doing his interview with Nia Long. He gonna sit down with Oprah or somebody to try to get the black women back on his side. But right now, we out of here. We are out of here like last year. Okay. See y'all in the next stream. Good night, squad.